Gemini, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-April 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Gemini collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you this week. My guys, talk to me about Gemini. And yeah, we're going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. Let's go. Let's get it going for Gemini, please, my gods. Let's get one card out here for my friends, just to start us off nice and smooth. Okay. All right, I'll take it. So we do have this time showing up here, which I did see for a couple of other signs last week. This is a very interesting oracle card to look at. Simplistic in its imagery, but there's a lot of depth there. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a little look here at this lady wearing the shawl. She is holding that hourglass. I think it's a beautiful piece of imagery, but the main thing that pops out to me here is the construct of time. Now, I personally believe a lot of people experience time on different spectrums depending on what we're going through in life, but there might be some sort of factor involving time and the importance of it with whatever you're going through, whether it feels like you've been waiting. Time might feel like it's dragging, moving very slowly, just going through the muck. But for some others, the more time that passes, the quicker it feels like it's going. So time could feel like it's in that mode for you, zooming by, like losing days, weeks, years, like it seems like every year is speeding up. So we'll see how it plays. Obviously, it's all very personal depending on what you're going through. But you might have to wait on something a little bit longer. That could absolutely be it, like time is passing. Let's get into the reading now. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive, juicy stuff going. We're shuffling it up one time for Gemini, please. And I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's see what we have here for my friends. Guys. So, last week's reading, we did have a warning. The reading was titled An Important Warning, and it was possibly an individual in your midst. It was very 7 of Swords-like energy. So hopefully you haven't been dealing with any nonsense or crappy situations. But even if you have, you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So we're going to hope for some optimism this week. You know, we could be seeing your energy or somebody else's. There's a lot of Geminis out there. I mean, you already know that, though, if you watch tarot. Let's get you 3 cards here. What we got for the Geminis, please, my guides? Talk to me. All right. 9 of Pentacles, very independent, very abundant. So I do like when we start off a reading with this. Depending on what follows it up, I do like the 9 of Pentacles. Let's get 2 more. Very overflowing with abundance, right? Monetary could be a big thing here. Okay, we do have movement. Oh, you got 2 cards sandwiched together. So we have the 6 of Swords, this movement-based movement action showing up here. And ending off the main part of your spread, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Huge earthy pentacle type of focus here in this week's spread. So we're going to have to speak about this, Gemini. Lots of different archetypes for us to take a look at. So let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get into the intuitive. Now, at first look, when we look down here at the box, obviously the elemental is something I always like to pay attention to. Notice on the extreme ends, we got Pentacles. Pentacles in tarot usually represent the earthly, the money, the Pentacles. So this could be a big focus on the financial, work things, matters of the home, anything that's material, tangible. In the center, we got the 6 of Swords, so there is movement. Interestingly, we're going from 9 movement into 10, so something could be progressing or maturing or transforming for a lot of you, which I would say is good. There's change here, which I've been seeing for you recently. But position number 1, the 9 of Pentacles. This could be a card of independence. So for a lot of you, you might be thirsting for some sort of independence, whether that's in your own personal life. Some of you might want to start your own business, whatever it might be. It's very much, I can do this on my own, lone wolf type of energy. So obviously not bad, but notice the imagery. This woman is standing firm, filled with all this beautiful abundance, especially when we get to this 10 of Pentacles as well. Normally when I see this card, I say it could be someone that has like almost everything they want, everything they need, but they're missing that one little thing. Interesting that we have this completion on the back end. So we're going to want to see how all of this plays out for sure. But the 9 of Pentacles is a card of blessings, abundance, really nice. So the energy could be looking good for the Geminis. I don't want to get too ahead of myself yet though, because the clarifiers could switch it up. Now moving to the center, the 6 of Swords. Usually a card of progress, movement, action. Okay, it is movement based, it's air based, which is an element you're very comfortable in. I think of things improving, getting out of rough times into more positive times, out of the choppy waters into the cool, calm types of vibes. So this could be something improving, changing, progressing, maturing. So we're seeing this interesting play of energy so far. Now, I do say all cards have negatives. They all have positives, they all have negatives. With the 9 of Pentacles, a negative could be someone being very stubborn or something not being movable, somebody being inflexible. This one, the 6 of Swords, could be somebody not really paying attention to the important things or somebody who's not doing what they should be. All right, so I'm not saying that's you. This could be someone you're connected to that isn't following through on something. So it could be somebody that talks a big game but doesn't follow through. We'll see how it all plays out when we get to the bottom. Now, moving to the very back end of the spread, we're ending off the main part in an intriguing way. This is beautiful energy, the 10 of Pentacles. Now in tarot, 10s represent endings, completions. This is one of the happier ones, right? It's way better than the 10 of Swords or 10 of Wands. This could be a huge influx of money, various different blessings. It could also represent where you live, your home. So whether you're looking to change your living space or upgrade or decorate, whatever it might be. But it could be the importance of family. I always get clarifiers with this, or not always, but a lot of times, of family situations, family issues, or family members. So we want to see, there could be things revolving around that. But yeah, Gemini, we're looking pretty good so far. I'm cautiously optimistic, and I want to dive deeper on all this action. So let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, so we're going to get another good shuffle here and reset the deck for you. Let's see what we have for Gemini, please. Yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 9 of Pentacles. Very cautiously optimistic here so far. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Gemini, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, 9 of Pentacles time. What's it doing here? Why is this 9 of Pentacles? Thank you. All right, something good is coming in hot, coming in quick. We have the 8 of Wands. Okay, and for some of you, this is a little sub-message, like somebody might be coming to you for some like advice, like, all right, how'd you do this? How'd you pull this off? That's obviously not for every single Gemini, but somebody could be seeking you for advice, or you might need some advice. That's just an interesting, intuitive thing I have here. But the 8 of Wands, once again, a card of action, movement, progress underneath this 9 of Pentacles. If something has been a little bit stagnant, we're getting this shift, this big change. And I did see it for you a few weeks ago too. Now, this can also represent communication, messages, talks, back and forth, aside from the action that surrounds this 9 of Pentacles. So when I see this, it could be a conversation, a talk, and it doesn't feel bad to me. It feels more like exciting news or good news. Like I've been saying, it feels like there's a lot of blessings to be had here. So I would really try to rein in these energies and claim it if you can, because we're looking real good so far. Okay, big energy of blessings and exciting news, good conversations. And yeah, keep that in mind. If someone reaches out to you for some advice, I mean, I told you here, let's keep moving over to the 6 of Swords. Interesting. Tons of progress. So for a portion of you, like just when you think things aren't going to change or can't get any better, there could be like leaps and bounds. Let's keep moving. I don't want to overcomplicate. So why is that 6 of Swords here? Okay. This is somebody doing something begrudgingly, like moving forward begrudgingly. Like, all right, yeah, this might not be the best. This might not be exactly how I wanted it to go, but I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep pushing. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. For some of you, you could be having like difficulties in the romantic realm in this time or the emotional realm. You could be having a hard time letting go of something or moving past something. Now, if that's not you, this could be somebody you're connected to where they're having a very difficult time letting go or just moving forward. Okay, that's the big vibe I'm picking up here. I don't feel like this is treacherous. I don't feel like I should label this with a warning. But when we have the Knight of Cups showing up in reverse, yeah, it could be the difficulties in romance, or it could just be somebody that is just grappling with difficult feelings and emotions. So we did have this talk, we do have this progress. Maybe this is somebody venting. There could be some sort of talk revolving around emotion as well. Because of all this progress, yeah, a venting session might be coming up for a lot of you, because I'm getting that communication, that talk energy. So we're going to keep moving. I feel like I don't need to overcomplicate this as well. But yeah, so there could be something that's like just very difficult to move on from or feeling. Okay, it's hard to process for whatever reason. So let's go in on that Ten of Pentacles. Interesting stuff this week, Gemini. We'll see what's up with the Ten of Pentacles, then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the Shadow card. But overall, the energy is feeling okay. I don't want to speak too soon before we finish up, though. Why's that Ten of Pentacles here? Thank you. Page of Pentacles, even more good news. All right, Gemini, you could be just receiving loads of good news and blessings, just beautiful energies all over the place here, especially with this Page of Pentacles in the upright under. This Ten of Pentacles, big influxes of money. Interesting how we have this energetic yin-yang on the back end too, like the beginning, the end, a completion. All right, there could be big opportunities to increase your financial gains or just those blessings coming in for you, specifically materially, okay? But big communication on the extreme end surrounding the Pentacles. So, like, if you've been waiting to hear back from something, if you've been waiting to hear from somebody, like, there could be various good conversations here, whether it is someone asking you for advice or otherwise, okay? This just feels really good to me. That's the best way I could put it. I don't want to slap too strong of a label on it, but this Page of Pentacles, if you're not connected to an earth sign, because we do have earth, we do have water showing up, these are messengers and students. So there could be something that will pay off for you in the end, especially if you're doing something new, working towards a new path, new business, whatever it might be. There could be lots of abundance in store for the Geminis. And I would just claim these energies overall. Like, even if you haven't had these conversations or this good news roll in, these cards are beautiful, especially on the extreme end. So I would claim these energies for sure. Let's go through and do a quick little recap. Then we'll get into the Shadow card, because I'm feeling good this week, way different than we did last week. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands in the upright. Notice there's big action cards surrounding this Nine of Pentacles. I did feel like this could be really good or exciting news coming in for a lot of Geminis, and we have it on both ends here. So lots of communication, lots of talk, lots of news. For a portion of you, yeah, there could be somebody seeking your advice, or you might need somebody's advice in this time. Nothing wrong with that. But pressing forward, we do have a little bit of a speed bump here in regards to emotions and feeling. We have the Six of Swords with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Now, for some of you, you could just be moving past a really difficult situation. This could be a person you're connected to that's having a hard time progressing or letting go of something. Like, yeah, I wish it didn't go down like that for whatever reason. But there is progress, there is momentum, there is action and movement. Could be having difficulties in love, but there is something about somebody like having difficulty letting go of something. That's it. And that's part of life, right? Now, moving to the very back end, we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles in the upright. Very similar to what we have here in the front end, but amplified. So the good news, the influx of money, the blessings, it's just an exciting energy overall, even though we have this little speed bump cutting through the center. So I would claim these energies, Gemini, because the next coming days and weeks could be very exciting overall for you, and a lot of things could swing your way. Luck could be on your side, which is really nice. Please take a screenshot. We're going to get you one shadow card here real quick. Shuffle it up and see what's in the shadows for Gemini, please. Guides and spirit team, talk to me. What's in the shadows? And I like to end off every reading with the shadow card because it's nice and introspective, whether it's something within yourself or something you don't quite see just yet. Let's get you one shadow. What's in there for Gemini? What's in the shadows, please? All right, there we go. I was going to say it's being very specific. So we have the Three of Wands. This could be a warning about watching what you create. And it's interesting to me that in the beginning of the spread, we had the Time. Now we have another card that could represent somebody waiting on something, waiting on hearing back. So with the way the whole reading has played out, I would say this is a decent way to end it, even in the shadows. Now the Three of Wands is one of my bigger cards of manifesting, something being just out of your grasp, just within reach. So if there is something that you were tempted to give up on in this time, Spirit could be asking you not to. Or maybe there have been times in the past where you've given up on something way too fast. Regardless, the Three of Wands says that something big is coming in. And we saw it within the spread itself, like this energy moving towards the Gemini collective. It's even showing up in the shadows. But also watch what you create and how you create. Make sure your mindset, your mind state and mindset is right before you start manifesting things, because you don't want to attract things that aren't meant for you. So Gemini, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab at the end of the Fire Air readings this weekend. But for April, I'll be running it back and giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's a brand new deck and it's a lot of fun to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which ones spoke to you most. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of April, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you next time.